Good morning and welcome to this video. Today I'll be teaching you how to get a business name. Right? One of the things I have noticed with all of you is that at some point you want to start a business, you want to do this business, but you don't have a name, or you have a name and you are not sure if the name would be good enough. Right? So I'm making this video to teach you how to name your business, how to properly name your business. And in this video, you'll be learning a few things, scalability and every other thing that you have to learn when choosing a business name. All right? And I trust God that at the end of this video, you would know where to start from. Is that clear? Thank you for joining in. Remember to subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is quite important that you do. And leave a comment for us. What you learned in this video, just leave a comment for us. Thank you. So let's get into it. Business nomenclature and branding. This word nomenclature is used in is it agriculture or chemistry now? I think it's chemistry. I just added it to make it, there's a way you make things sound that they sound very serious. If I just said business naming and branding, but if I said business nomenclature, it sounds serious. This is just part of the things you need to learn in branding and naming your business. So let's get into it. Good morning. My name is Paul Martins, and you're welcome to this video. Naming a business means that you are choosing a unique and identifiable word or set of words that represents your company. Take note of identifiable. Right? These are set of words that you use that are identifiable. Coca-Cola, Pepsi, that you use that are identifiable so that they can represent your company, its values, and what it stands for. Google, IBM, CNN. These are words that are identifiable, that is used, right, to represent your business. These are not words that are vague. These are not words that are confusing in themselves. These are not words that you need to explain what they do. When you hear Google, you begin to think of searching questions for answers. Searching answers to questions. Right? You begin to think of Google Drive, Google Photos. When you hear Google, without having to go browse it. But when you hear Coca-Cola, you think of a drink. When you hear Pepsi, you think of it. When you hear BBC, you think of news. Set of words that are identifiable. This means that a business name is not a name. It's not a name that is supposed to be so long and confusing. This means that a business name is not some set of words that are large, that are complex. This can be simple intonation, simple words, simple languages, simple structures, simple words that are identifiable, that represents the company, your business, what it stands for, the values it represents. Right? It sets the tone for your company. Google, IBM, CNN, Walt Disney. Right? Sets McDonald's, sets the tone of your company. When people hear those names, they begin to think of something. They begin to think towards a line. Think of something. Think of a structure. Because they set the tone for your business. They also serve as the first point of contact with your audience. What does this mean? Before any audience comes to you, that, I saw this and I would like to buy this from you, I would like to do this with you. The first thing they come in contact with is your business name. The first thing they come in contact with is what you have structured, the manner of branding, right? The kind of colors you have chosen for your branding, the kind of structures you have put in place, the arrangement of your online pages, of your products, how they are arranged, how they are presented, right? These things are the first things your customer sees first. And the first your customer checks first, whether he checks it intentionally or not intentionally, is the business name. What is your business named like? Right? And it also is powerful. It's not just significantly. This influences how people perceive your business before they even come into contact with you. How your business is perceived. What they think when they see what you have presented. What they think when they see your name. The first thing people think of is the name, right? Which is why a lot of people would not even need to do too much validation online to check whether a business is scam or not. But because the business name is proper and good enough, they are almost convinced that this is not a scam, right? Whether it was a scam or not, but they are almost convinced that, oh, this is not a scam because of the way this business has been named, the arrangement, the presentation of this business. It cannot be a scam. There are businesses you have seen in your life that you don't know them before because of the way they have arranged their businesses, because of the way they've presented their pages online, their Instagram, their Facebook. You just know these people cannot be scammers because of the way it has been presented. Right? So naming a business is beyond just thinking of a name. There are a few Christians that would pray for a business name. I would advise, right, that rather than pray for a business name, pray for the purpose of a business, right? Let God tell you the purpose of a business. Then you can now begin to curate names, because many of us are just fanatics, right? Would pray, you will get a business name, and at the end of the day, that business name has already been used by someone else. You can't tell me that it's from God, because God will not give you a name that already belongs to someone else. So rather ask for the purpose of the business, then curate a name to meet that purpose. Right? Let's go to the next slide. Now, things to consider when you're choosing a name. You're going to consider first the brand identity and relevance. Right? This business name should reflect the company's mission and values and industries. It needs to resonate with the target audience and be relevant to what the business offers. A name that aligns with your business identity helps customers to instantly connect with your business and services and even the products you provide. Now, your name is directly proportional to your product. Your name should be directly proportional to your identity. If you are naming your business, if you check Google now, you will find that the name Google is closely related to the products or the services they offer. Same as Coca-Cola. Sounds like a drink. Pepsi sounds like a drink. Now, there are some of us that will just make a business name, and this business name does not resonate with the target audience. I have taught on demographs and psychographs before, and one of the things we understand is the way your business is presented to a people is how they would perceive it to be. Right? If you want to, let's say you are selling baggy jeans and trending Y2K outfits and these Gen Z body gowns. They now named your business Lollyfield Ventures, right? What I've just done is that you have killed that business before it even started. Lollyfield Ventures. And you know what you are selling are things that appeal to the younger generation, the 21st century baddies and big boys. You're supposed to name your business in a way that once they hear the name, it appeals to their hearing. But instead, you would give your business a name that kills it, that shortens the span, shortens the reach. There's a way you will name your business, and your business would not be able to leave the confines of your local government or the confines of your province, because you have just structured it to be where it is, to remain where it started. There are ways you would name a business that they don't seem like they have a future. I don't mean to insult you, but there are ways you will name your business that they don't seem like they have a future. How long can this name serve you? Right? Imagine you opening a what's it called now? A fashion brand, and you are naming it Lollyfield Ventures. What you've done is you have reduced the viability of that business. You made it look like you are a very hungry person looking for food, looking for ways to get food for himself or herself, trying to feed the family, doing business for the sake of hunger. See, people would buy from a business that is made to serve them, to provide solution to them. Right? Whether you are a scammer or not, the structure, the way you have named your business will determine who it will attract. The Bible says, Gentiles to your light, kings and queens to the brightness of your rising. Right? Gentiles to your what? Light. Kings and queens to the brightness of that light. Meaning that there are ways you would name your business that it will only attract Gentiles. There are ways you would structure your business that it would only attract Gentiles. There are things God has set in place for us that are accessible through His word, through prayers. But even these things, even though they are accessible to us, there is a working we need to do to make sure that we are positioned for these things, such that your allocation meets you right, not meets you wrong. Right? These things are trivialized amongst Africans, especially. You just wake up and say you want to start a business, and you name yourself after the business, or you name the business after yourself rather. And funny enough, you would start spending money on adverts, spending money on everything, and you're not reaching them. You are not. It's not because you are doing it wrongly. It's not because you are not a professional. It is because your business identity is defined by your business identity is targeted to an audience that does not think that what you have just presented is truthful. Right? These are things that many of us need to understand, and not just understand, also work on, because your name is your identity and it gives you relevance. Right? It keeps you in the market. So you have a business name that does not sound like it can keep you forever. It is not that you are wrong. It is that you have just spent millions or spent hundreds of thousands in trying to fund something that is already dead. Right? The second one is the uniqueness and the availability. Your name should stand out, and it should not be easily confused with competitors. Your name should stand out. It should be simple, memorable. It also must be legally available, and it is something that has not been trademarked or used by another business. Some of you know that the business name you are using currently has already been used by someone else, and you have still decided to go for it. It should be something you can buy a domain name for. Something you can purchase a domain name for. Right? If your business name is franchise, or let's look for something simple to use for this class, smile.com, right? Smile.com. And for you to use that name as a business name, what you need to do is you check if it's available, if any other business has used that name before, if that name has been registered or trademarked. You don't just stop there. You check if you can buy a domain name for that, a domain for that name. Smile.com, smile.io. These are things you consider first before you even start naming your business. Right. The next thing to check is the importance of a business name. Right. One of the importance of a business name is that it gives the first impression. Your business name is often the first thing potential customers encounter, whether through advertisement, online searches, or word of mouth. A strong, well thought out name creates a positive first impression and piques interest in your brand. See, one of the things you must know is nobody cares about your product, right? What people care about is, I'm paying money to this guy, I'm paying money to this lady, right? Does she looks like she's worth my money? There are names you would give your business that would not allow you make a sale that is counting towards millions. Not because you are wrong, but because the way you have named your business, it has reduced what you can get. Right? Your business name is what gives the first impression. What you name your business gives people the first thought. CNN, right? BBC, right? They sound like news to me. It gives the first impression. When people encounter your brand, they check your name. If your name does not look like what you sell, they would agree that you are a scam. Right? How do you run an advert on Instagram, right? With trending jeans that are selling for about 50k or 60k, and your business name is Lollyfield Ventures or Bukola Collections. Right, these things you've named your business, they have just made your business look like you are a thief. Right, and these are divined not because you are a thief, but because people would give definitions to the presentations of your business. They would divine what you have presented, whether you like it or not. So what we want to do is we want to give our business a name that when the customers hear of this name, when they listen to this name, when they come in contact with this name, when they see an advert online and they are seeing the name as the first thing, it vetoes what you represent. It speaks for you tangibly. Right? Before they even come to your DMs. It has done all the teaching and all the speakings for you. It has done all the teachings and all the speakings. Another thing to want to consider is memorability. A good business name is easy to remember. It helps customers to recall your brand when they need your services. You can see, being complex, right, is usually seen as being intelligent. But intelligent people will tell you that being complex is being unaccessible. Being complex is shutting yourself out of experiences and possibilities. Right? There are names you would give to your business that makes your business something to forget. How many of you remember Jumia? When you think of Jumia, I'm talking to Nigerians and Africans now. When you think of Jumia, you just know. You will not even forget Jumia. You will not forget the name Jumia. Amazon. Simple names. Apple. You know it's an iPhone. Simple names. Simple names that you can easily remember. Now imagine Apple named themselves something like, let me look for something that's very complex now. Something like Wheatwater Innovations and Inventions, right? And you want to remember that name, Wheatwater Innovations and Inventions Institute, right? That what you have just done is that you have just created a brand that nobody would want to remember. And even if they do, it will be because they've gone there like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times. Or have visited your business like 15 times. Then they will now begin to remember what you just named it. But Apple, whether if you are eating Apple, you already know that, oh, this is also a brand. This is also a brand. Amazon. Right? Amazon, I think Amazon is the longest river or the largest river. Right? It's a big body of water. And the concept behind that name is that you can find anything in Amazon. You can't find anything. You can. It's large. It's a very large marketplace. Just like the river that it is. When you think of Amazon, you know you're going to a store. You're going to an online shop. These are things that allows your business to scale. If your business name is not memorable, what you are doing is you have created a business that people would forget. Even if your services are top notch. Even if your services are top notch. Even if your services are top notch, they will forget your name. They'll forget your name. I own a digital marketing company and I named it Reach Them Today. Reach Them Today. I named one Louder. Louder. Simple. Louder. Meaning that Louder. Louder. Right? We amplify the voice of your business. We amplify what you are doing. Louder. It is something somebody can easily remember. Loud. They would always use that word, your voice is loud. So they remember, oh, there's a business named Louder. Yes, I have curated my business name to be something people can easily remember. When you give your business a name that is very confusing, very large, cumbersome, complex, hard to remember, you have made a brand that people would have to find you before they can buy from you. They would have to look for you. But when your business is really memorable, just imagine you have an Instagram page and somebody saw your ad where you were selling that very fine piece of jeans trouser, and they want to buy it. All right, they could not buy it the last time because they didn't have the money. So they are coming to buy it now, and your business was named Jambi's Clothes, and I'm trying to get a very complex name, but you know what you call complex names, and you give us a very, very complex name. It's hard to forget. That's easy to forget, and they would have to start thinking, what's the name of that business again? Is it Jambis? Or it is not because you are a bad person. It's because your business name is not rememberable. It's something that nobody can remember. Right? It is so hard to remember. So hard to remember. If I'm going to own a boutique, I would name it something as simple as probably Wear Now or Shopwares or Wear.io. Right? Something as simple as that. It doesn't have to be complex. Complexity does not mean that you are smart. Complexity just means that you have just created a business that cannot stand the test, right, of time, and that people cannot remember. People will not remember your business name. Have you heard of Oracle by Larry Page? Right? These are simple business names that can allow you, that can help you to scale as a business owner. The next slide. Brand, I think we'll talk about this. How that it reflects your brand values, the visions, the personality. It shapes how your customer perceive your business and help them differentiate it from other competitors in the market. Right? This gives you a brand identity. Samsung, Apple, Techno, Infinix, right? The one phone, Huawei, Google Pixel, right? The reason I remember this name is because they are memorable, one, and that they reflect the brand values. When I think Samsung, I'm thinking functionality, right? I'm thinking functionality. I'm thinking a very expensive device to get, yet very functional, right? I'm thinking quality, right? I'm thinking very good response rate. I'm thinking very good refresh rate. When I think iPhone, when I think Apple, I'm thinking luxury. I'm thinking expensive. I'm thinking luxury. I'm thinking expensive. I'm thinking a series of numbers. iPhone 6, iPhone 7, iPhone 8, iPhone X, iPhone XX Max, iPhone 11, iPhone 12, iPhone 13, iPhone 14, iPhone 15, iPhone 16. I'm taking a series of numbers. When I think Samsung, I'm thinking functionality. I'm thinking I'm thinking the flip phone. I'm thinking the Z Fold. I'm thinking the flip phone. When I think Infinix, I'm thinking Africa. I'm thinking Nigeria. I'm thinking some device that someone can easily buy, right? When I think Coca-Cola, I'm thinking a drink, right? When I think Google Pixel, I'm thinking a machine. These are things that have allowed me to remember these brands because their names have given them an identity. When you want to name your business, think of it as a child. Think of it as a child. Think of it as a naming ceremony for a child. And what names would you give to this child that can be easily remembered? Would you name your child some very funny long name that does not identify with your child? You have a female child and you are naming that child Edward, a female child. What you have just done is you have scattered the identity of this child. You have done justice to making this child look like what she is not. You named a female child Edward, right? It is how some of you have named your business. Your business is male, you give it a female name. Your business is a female, you give it a male name. Your business is unisex, you gave it a teen name, an object name. You objectified your business. These are things you need to check into, you need to look at. Let's check the next slide. Scalability, right? A carefully chosen business name allows for future growth. It should be broad enough to accommodate expansion into new markets or products without becoming irrelevant or limiting. Let me explain what this means, right? Some of us, we name our business or structures in respect to the now, that is to your present situation, your present capacity. So you have a gadget store and you named it Bukola Gadgets or Teamsy Gadgets and Appliance. What you've just done is that you have reduced your business to only sell gadgets and appliances, right? If you want to scale into new markets, let's say you want to scale into importation and exportations, you want to scale into construction, you want to scale into designing or developing websites, right? What you have just named your business would reduce your business to only gadgets and appliance. You can't scale the name because you have reduced it to gadgets and appliance. Gadgets and appliance, right? I own a solar company. I named it Electrica, Eletrikka. Now we are expanding into several other things, electrical vehicles, right? Imagine I named it Martin Paul Gadgets and Home Appliances. I will not be able to scale into electric vehicles. I will not be able to scale into other electric products, right? Into robots, right? Electrical is a name that has given me the opportunity to scale into larger things, into other markets, adopting new markets, adopting new systems, new structures. It has given me that opportunity to scale. Another importance of a business name is that, I replaced that twice. Legal. Your business name must be legally available, not already trademarked or registered. It must be available, and you can do that on the CAC public search, right? And it must also have it's something that you can easily give a web domain name, something that can easily own its own social media handles. So you are naming your business Apple. You know already that Apple has a domain name. Apple is trademarked. Apple is registered. If you go on Instagram and type Apple, you would see the Apple Instagram. So you don't name your business a name that has already been taken. You name your business a name that when you go on Instagram and you type out the username, you will find that no one has used it. You will find that no one has used it. No one has used it. All right? These are things that validates a business name. All right? Let's go to the next one. Types of business name. We have descriptive names. These names describe the product or service. Let's look at General Motors, GM, the coffee house, TCH, International Business Machine, right? IBM, RCCG, right? Redeemed Christian Church of God, right? These names are descriptive names. They in their way represent the industry the business operates in, right? So instead of giving your business Whitwater Inventions, Innovations and Institute, you can just say we, WIII. You see it now. People can easily remember we than Whitwater Inventions, Innovations and Institute. Do we still remember what? We, WIII. Simple to remember, easy to remember, we. See that now. Invented or creative names. These are names that you invent. You can invent your business name. Does not have to be in the Bible. Does not have to be in the Quran. You can invent your business name. You can invent what you want your business to be called. Right? Acronyms or abbreviations. Shortened versions of longer names or descriptive phrases. Examples, IBM. Alright, I think we've learned that. Geographical names. Based on a specific location, region or landmark. Examples are Emirates Airline, Kentucky Fried Chicken, American Express. Right? These are names that have but what you need to know is that if you name your business as a geographical business, scaling from where it is right into other nations might be difficult. Okay, not because it is a wrong business, but because you have confined it to the geographical location. So make sure that whatever you are going to be naming under a geographical location only offers solution in that geographical location, only offers services, can only offer services within that location, can only offer services within that geographical location. It can't, if it goes somewhere else, if it goes in another nation, it won't succeed. That is when you name a business under a geographical name, right? Founders or personal name, named after a business owner or founder. Examples are Henry Ford, Walt Disney, and McDonald's. Next one, please. Determine a business name, right? Clarity and relevance. I think we'll speak about memorability. Simplicity. I'm trying to rush. It's already 34 minutes. I don't want to make it too long. Shorter names tend to be more effective. Look at that now. I think I said one earlier. Whitwater Inventions, Innovations and Institute, and we, WIII. So simply, when your business name is simple, right, it is memorable. It is something people can easily pronounce, right? It can easily be spelled. Okay, uniqueness. A quality name stands out from competitors. Is not easily confused with other businesses. Stands out. It's unique. All right, scalability. I think we spoke about that already. is how to create a business name, your brand identity. Your brand identity. Your brand identity. Now, before you create a business name, clarify your mission and values. Understand what your business stands for, the message you want to convey, and the values you upload. Identify your target audience. Consider demographics, interests, and preference of your potential customers. Your business name should resonate with them. Determine your unique selling point. What sets your business apart from competitors? The name should reflect uniqueness. Right? Before you name your business, clarify on a sheet what the values of this business is, the mission of this business. Understand what your business stands for. Oh, I want to launch a luxury brand, right? What can I name it? I know a brand that's called Aristocrats, right? They are a luxury brand. They make luxury shoes and bags, all right? And they named it Aristocrats. If you check their logo, it is so good that it can be mocked into clothes and designs, right? So their brand already created that identity, and they named it in a way that it represents them. Okay, they understand the values and the missions of that business. Do we understand? So these are things that you put together before you name your business. I also spoke about identifying your target audience, right? How that you can name a business that does not fit with your target audience. I'm trying to rush your target audience. It does not fit with what you are offering. So if you own a business and at the end of the day you find that your business name is against or is positioned to represent something else from what you intend for it to represent, you would have just found that you have designed a business that would not sell, that would not excel in the Nigerian in the world's market generally, not even the Nigerian market alone now. Right? Now determine your unique selling point. I'm taking Samsung, I'm taking functionality. I'm taking iPhone, I'm taking luxury. Selling points. I'm taking Apple, I'm taking luxury. Selling points. Selling points. What is your selling point? What is your selling point? What exactly is your selling point? I launched a training earlier. This training is named Fempreneur. Fempreneur. By default, you know, it is a training made for who? Women. Fempreneur. I did not need to make it large, right? I did not need to make it complex. I just named it something simple. My selling point is skills, training. So when you get a business name, you already know, oh, I'm joining a training. I'm joining a training to become an entrepreneur. Right. The next one is keywords. List descriptive keywords. Write down words that describe your business. So you can write down, if you have a business name now, let's work with Water Inventions, right? I can write down, okay, innovations, inventions, machine, robotics, right? AI, implementation in industries, programming, systems, structures, bits, bots. I'm thinking of all these things that represent my business, right? When I've written down these things, these words that describe my business or the products I sell, I am closer to getting a name that works with it, right? Think of emotions and imagery. Consider words that evoke the feelings you want. Consider words that evoke the feelings you want. Jumia is a Swahili word that means collections. If I'm not wrong, Jumia is a Swahili word and it means collections. So you're looking at a business name that does not just it doesn't just represent you, but it evokes a feeling. All right, use industry terms. Depending on your industry, some technical or trade terms might fit your business. Right now, if you are going to name your business, look at IBM. Right, business machines. Okay, if you are going to name your business, look at naming your business in a way that it fits the industry it is coming into. I mean, if you have heard of Film One Entertainment, it's a Nigerian filmmaking industry. The name is Film One. Right? They're using an industrial term, F-I, right? F-I-L-M, Film One. Film One. Netflix. Right? Netflix. You are thinking, okay, network, let and flex. Flix, videos. Are you seeing it now? So name your business with you. You can pick out industrial terms and use it as a name for your business. Are we seeing that now? So these are things you need to know before you just choose a name. Right? Use naming techniques. Blend two words to create a compound name. Facebook. Right? YouTube. Okay, use acronyms. If your business is a long one, use a memorable acronym. For me, I named it WII, W-I-I-I. It is a very simple name that can be easily memorable. WII. Create new words. Invent a new word that does not exist but sound catchy. Skype. Google. They are invented words. They are not words I can find in the dictionary, but I think they should be in the dictionary now. So Google, Skype. You can also invent business names, but make sure that it is catchy. Let's continue. How to create a business name. 4. Check for domain and social media availability. A good name should have an available domain for your website. Make sure the domain name is preferable a .com domain name. That is, if you're going to name your business let it be WIII.com. Sorry, that's my alarm. So let it be a name that ends with a .com domain thingy. So you're naming it we.com. You're naming it bbc.com. Right? If you find your business name and you find that you can't buy a .com domain name for it, don't just use it. Right? I will advise that you find a way, look for other names that you can buy a .com domain name for. You can buy it on Bluehost, GoDaddy, Namecheap. I even use one. You can buy it on Truehost. Truehost is a Nigerian one that you can pay easily with your Naira, right? But if you are in Ghana, you can use Namecheap. This is also very easy to pay there. Keep it simple and memorable. We cannot underemphasize this. That your business name should be simple, easy to spell and pronounce. I own a business. Right, I named it Hippiless. It is a Greek word, right? And it is very hard to pronounce. So I knew this and I renamed it to The Gates. The Gates, T-H-E, Gates, G-A-T-E-S. It's a real estate company. The Gates. When people think of the gate, they think of, okay, the entrance into what? A house. Real estate. You see it now. It is not as though you are wrong. It is just that you need to be creative with it. So I named it The Gates. T-H-E, Gates, G-A-T-E-S. Simple. Yet, it explains what my business does. When you think of gates, you're thinking of entering a building, right? Yes, real estate. You see it now. Let's go to the next one. How to create a business name. Ensure scalability. Make sure the business name allows for more growth, allows rooms for expansion, but does not limit you, right? Because there are names you give your business that limits it, that does not allow you to, get into new products. Some of you will name your business. Let's say you own a catering business. You now name it Tumi Street. You have reduced your business to just food. But if you had named it Tumis, it can scale into several other things, not just food. How do we understand this now? Are we relating this to our daily lives? It's important we do this so that we can see how that we can properly name or rename our business. The next one, right? Test for legal availability. I think we've done this already. Ensure the name isn't taken already, all right, and that it is available. If you want to check your Nigerian business name, go to CAC public search, right? Just type it in Google, type on the first result you get, and search for your business name. If it is registered, you will see it there. If it is not registered, you will see it there. Get feedback. Give your business name to your friends. My dear, look at this for me. What do you think of this name? Don't even tell them it's your business. Just tell them, look at this business, look at this name. Look at this name. What do you think? If you hear this name outside, what would come to your mind first? If they're able to guess what you are trying to sell or what you are trying to brand up, you have just gotten yourself a business name, right? Narrow down your brainstorming list to 3 or 5 potential names. Don't make it too complex. Just write 3 or 5 very nice names and so just give it to your friends. Let them think. Let them help you choose. This one sounds like a name for a machine. This one sounds like this, and let them keep choosing for you. Ask 10, 15 people. Let them tell you the one they feel like is the best for your brand, and name it that. Right? I remember I branded a jewelry business, and I named it 10, 12 jewelries. 10, 12 jewelries. 10 and 12. Like the number 1012. Yes. And the number, that number represents the founder's birthday. Right? 10, 12. 10, 12. Very easy to remember. 10, 12 jewelries. When you think of it, you're thinking luxury, you're thinking of 10, 12. That would most likely be a brand, a clothing brand, a jewelry brand. You see, now 10, 12 jewelries. So they can be easily remembered. Easily remembered. Right? After this, I would like you to ask me questions in the comment section. That's if you have any. Ask me as many as you can. Let me look into it. Let me look at it for you. If you have a business name you're trying to see if it's correct, just ask in the comment section. I will come back, check, and I will give you proper answers. All right? I think that's the last slide. Yes. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your attention. It's a very long video. I think it's the longest video I have made on Fempreneur Africa. Yes, this is the longest yet. We might make longer videos than this. It's almost an hour, right? So thank you so much for watching. Ask questions if you have any. I'll be here to respond and attend to you. Bye-bye. See you in the next video. Please subscribe. Thank you.